Welcome to Skydance Air, connecting aircraft operations globally to a home base in real time via an iPhone or iPad app. Skydance Air presents MIFOS, the Mobile Integrated Flight Operations System. This flight operations app is available at the Apple Store at no charge. A 7-minute demo follows. There are 3 screens. Screen 1 is the main flight operations screen. All time fields are entered in local time. Depending on the departure and arrival time zones, the app will calculate the UTC times. As an example, touch the field and enter the scheduled local date and time of arrival. If the arrival time zone is different than the departure time zone, select the time zone by touching the triangle, then select any city within that zone. Enter the estimated local time of arrival. The time zone is the same as the scheduled arrival time zone. If you're not in the cell phone coverage area, then select the time zone as demonstrated. Upon arrival, touch the field to enter on and in block times. The internal clock time of the device will populate both fields. These times are independent of cell phone coverage as the app logic tracks the time spent in block and flight times. The fields in gray are calculated by the app. If the delay time is negative, the pilot needs to enter a delay code. This gray field is the fuel consumption. Any maintenance problems are entered here. Reserved for flying clubs. Transmit partial log file after blockout time for tracking flight progress. Transmit full log immediately after entering in block time. Pilot can have flight log sent to an email address for record keeping. Please note that all required fields must be populated to transmit. Fields are red if not populated. Screen 2 is the cargo screen. If you have a cargo rate file, you don't need to enter the cargo cost. Origin and destination couriers are in the database for the various cities. Screen 3 is the aircraft takeoff performance screen. Takeoff conditions, ice protection, flap setting, load sheet. The pilot enters the email address, then transmits the data to either dispatch or to an online software program, which calculates the takeoff and performance data. Performance data is then returned by email, and the pilot will have an electronic copy. Now to the laptop. Screen 1 is the electronic flight log, which replaces the hard copy currently required in the aircraft. Device ID, crew ID, flight number, scheduled arrival time, delay time, block and flight times, crew takeoff landing, and approach type. This tracks the pilot's type of approaches to the airport, day, night, and IFR flights for recency experience. Screen 2 tracks the flight progress. In this demo, the flight has already arrived, but the processing has been stopped to demonstrate the progress of the flight while en route. Elapsed time, time remaining, transmit in block time, total nautical miles, elapsed nautical miles remaining, average nautical miles per flight hour, estimated calculated arrival time, transmit estimated in-block time. If the arrival time has been exceeded, the screen will show an alert with the aircraft overdue time. Maintenance, operation, catering, and ground handling requests. Let's see if we made any money on this trip. We're transferring to the P&L control menu. Operating P&L control by day. Screen 1. These are the operational expenses: aircraft maintenance and lease expenses, airport, ground handling, gate, and landing fees. Fuel burn data, crew wages, and MIFOS service charge. Screen 2. Fuel consumption and cost, station fuel purchase, airport station fees, landing, gate, and ground handling. Screen 3. Operating P&L by trip date. Revenue production variable source, cargo data, pounds, average dollar per pound, revenue fixed fee basis, dollar per mile, dollar per block hour, or dollar per city pair. Total operating revenue, expenses, and P&L. This concludes the demonstration.